What is up? What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody is having a great day. So it has been a hell of a couple of days in the cryptocurrency market. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's been some really big price manipulation going on in the market, and I'm gonna kind of give you guys my take on what I believe is going on. And you can go back and do some research like I did and find out, that you can see what I see, right? So I want to go ahead and take a look at what happened. We know that a lot of these top cryptocurrencies were considered securities from Gary, right? He came out with a list and he labeled them securities, and they started dumping. But it's interesting how they started dumping, why they started how they started dumping, and then what happened. And I'll give you guys my take on and how this happened and why this happened right now. So if you look at Cardano, which is one of them, it is down 27% on the 7 day, right? Let's look at the 7 day on all of these. It's down 27.7%. And if you look at Solana, it is down 29.01%. And you look at Matic, is down 29.11%. So pretty much even, and we'll just go ahead and we'll concentrate on them top three. But you can go down through and they're all about the same, right? So we know that the majority of cryptocurrency is owned by hedge funds and large institutional investors. So keep that in mind as we go along. And then let's go up here and look at Bitcoin on the 7 day is only down 4.6%, and Ethereum is only down 7.6%. Huge discrepancy between the altcoins and Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Huge discrepancy. So what does this tell you? What should this tell you, right? That there was a coordinated dump between the institutional investors on a lot of these tokens. Now, we can argue whether or not they had a heads up on what happened, what Gary was going to do or not, but that's a conversation for another day. So there was a coordinated dump here between the large hedge fund investors and large institutional investors. So they coordinated dump these tokens, but they hit you twice because they knew that they were going to dump these tokens. And if you can see, they dumped them in a way in which the actual percent of them being down is pretty even across the board, right? So not only did they dump them, but if you go back and look, there was a lot of shorts that came in on these tokens at the same time that they were dumping them, right? So not only did they dump the price, but they also shorted them on the way down, is my conclusion that I drew from this. So they hit you twice, right? So why would they dump these? Well, it's simple, because if they coordinate on this dump of each one of these tokens, then it allows them to take profits off of these tokens on the way down and short them, make money on the way down, turn around, find the bottom, and well, not find the bottom, they're creating the bottom, create the bottom, buy them back up at a cheaper price and long them on the way up, right? So that's really what's going on right now. And if you go back over here to um, what's going on with the 24 hour, right? Let's look at the 24 hour. You see that Cardano is down right around 0.6%. And Solana's down around 0.3%. And Matic has made a nice comeback around up about 5.8%. So obviously the institutional investors are coming back into Matic a little bit heavier than what they're coming back into the other ones with, but they're starting to come back into these other ones, and they're longing them along the way. So they're making money on the way down and they're making money on the way up. And at the whole time they're dumping on the retail investors, right? And keep in mind, because Bitcoin and Ethereum are only at Bitcoin at a 4.5% over the 7 day and Ethereum at a 7.4%, this lets you know it's a coordinated dump. Because if it was a real true market crash, Bitcoin and Ethereum would be leading the way. Because you have to understand that combined Bitcoin and Ethereum hold about 60% of this of this market cap here that's 1 trillion, about 1 trillion $60 billion. They hold about 60% of that between these two tokens. So there's only 40% to go around in the rest of these tokens, and then in the meme coins, lower market caps as well. So you got to figure the altcoins are probably holding about, I would say, another probably 35% of that. And the lower market caps are probably only holding about 5% of that total market cap. So when you look at this coordinated dump and you look at the percents down over the 7 day, it is very obvious what happened here. And this is pure market manipulation by the actual institutional investors. And, it's something that should be looked into. It's something that should be looked into. It's something that should be investigated. It's something that should be, questioned, right? Because this was obviously a coordinated dump. Like I said, you should see Bitcoin and Ethereum down over 20 something percent if it was a clear market crash. This was not a market crash. This was a coordinated sell-off between the institutional investors. And it was coordinated because the percents are right about the same. So if it wasn't coordinated, you would see these percents be vastly different. This was definitely coordinated. This is how they're doing it. They sold off on you on the way down. It was coordinated. They sold off on you, and then they shorted you on the way down. And now they're starting to buy back in. As you see these prices come up a little bit, we can take a look at I don't know, let's pick one here. You can see Solana. I don't even own Solana, so I haven't looked at the chart in forever, but we'll just look at it and we'll just show you. You see this coordinated dump probably right around in here, and you see the steady buyback into Solana. And I'll tell you guys, as much as we as retail investors think that we can move these charts of Solana, Matic, and everybody else, you cannot move these charts. This is strictly institutional investment coming back in. You don't have enough power to move these charts in ADA, Solana, and a lot of these bigger altcoins. It's the math's just not there fundamentally. We like to pat ourselves on the back and think that we do, but in reality, we really don't, and you have to know that. But that's institutional investment money coming back in. You see the steady increase with Solana. You can really see it here with Matic over the 7 day. We pulled a 7 day chart up. You're going to see the dump. And then you'll see the steady buyback. Right there's the dump. It's the same dump as Solana from them institutional investors. And then you see the steady buyback in as they're starting to buy back in. And, these guys are getting, they basically started buying back in right around 50 cents with Matic. So, they basically, really, think about buying up here at like 80 something cents. Now you can buy down there at 50 because they coordinated to crash the market. That's a big return on investment for them. So this is what happened. This is what they did. This is how they did it. And keep in mind that they shorted you on the way down as well, and they're going to long you on the way up as well too. So that is a coordinated sell-off. This is market manipulation. This is how it's done. It's how it's done in the stock market, and it's how it's done in now the crypto market. So definitely a coordinated attack. Definitely a coordinated attack on the investors, on the retail investors from the institutional investors. But guys, this is how it's done, and this is what happened, and this is what they're doing. And I don't know what else to tell you, but it's been a rough couple of days in crypto. But go ahead and like this video, share this out. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you like the content. And make sure you hit. I'm getting close to being monetized, so hit that sub button. It's free for you. It means a lot for me. Appreciate it. And see you guys on the next one.